Yo, welcome back to another episode of Bowman Weekly. I'm here in the London apartment, which I don't think you've seen before, but in this episode, we're gonna go through maintenance systems, how we're setting up this new business to add to the rest of our development group, and also going on site with an ecologist to do a bat survey, also go through planning on a larger commercial to residential scheme. So enjoy, subscribe. We are in the office. Hello vlog. We've got some special guests today. Got our maintenance crew over there. These guys keep our ship from sinking. That's a good way to think about it. And then this morning, myself, Vicky and Marcia. Where's Marcia gone?
For dinner.
Oh, she's gone for dinner already. She's gone to pick up fish and chips because maintenance and lettings are having a fish and chips lunch today to celebrate our wins. It's all good, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we had a good meeting this morning. So we were talking about, obviously we do maintenance already. We already have to do that for our own portfolio, for our clients' portfolio, and we built the systems around that. But what we want to do, it's been our ambition for some time, refer back to one of the vlogs from like a year ago nearly, when my friend Jamie came up, who runs a big maintenance business.
So not just one guy in the admin, but then I've also got a guy who's out on site controlling the refurb side of things.
Yeah.
And then each site has a foreman per site.
Yeah.
They report back to him, and then he also deals with the maintenance stuff. So when like purchase orders come in for items, he'll then deal with that side as well.
On the bigger maintenance items.
Yeah, correct, yeah.
Because there's so much demand for maintenance, but it's an unsexy business and no one wants to build a business like that. It's nuanced, it takes a lot of systems, processes, a lot of communication, but we have to deal with it anyway. So now we've kind of systemized what we do ourselves and we understand the kinks and the quirks, and we've got our two guys here already, Shane and Clive. We're now looking to formalize that business and actually offer it out to the wider market, to agents, office blocks, councils, all those sort of things, so that we can start to scale out a maintenance service arm to the business. And that's why we brought Marcia in. But Marcia will be the manager of that department, as well as managing utilities and council tax and stuff like that. But there's not as much work to do there, so she has this spare time to front manage this part of the business, and as we scale it out, we'll then incorporate it properly and bring in some more admin staff, and then we need to go out and make sure we get the right trades, which seems to be the bottleneck to figuring out scale in that business. You need reliable, good trades, and you need your specialists on hand as well for gas safeties, for EICRs, other things as well that you need to go and check, like damp proofing, you need a damp proofing expert, all that kind of stuff. We've had a good meeting this morning talking about pricing lists. So our roadmap now is next week. Marcia's been testing out loads of software systems we can use. We're going to use Logic Pro, is it Vic?
Yeah, Logic Pro.
Logic Pro, not the music production software that me and Sonny use to make our tunes. Feats, go subscribe and follow Feats on Spotify. Oh, Job Logic, yeah. But anyway, shameless plug of Feats. And yeah, it's called Job Logic, and there's a load of different offerings out there, but Job Logic seem to be the best priced and offer the best service. They've got things like this QR code, which you can put on assets or areas. So you can put it on a boiler, or you can put it in just an apartment or just an office or something like that. And then the tenants can scan that QR code, submit their issue, and it comes straight to us, bypassing the agent, giving the agent more free time on managing maintenance. So we're trying to figure out all these things, the positioning and the sales, and get that right, and then go out to market to people that myself and Vicky know who run businesses in the area, who we know suffer from maintenance, and they need reliable people to give them a solution. So that is our plan. We plan to launch mid-December, soft launch, go out to warm contacts, start opening up that side of the business as an additional revenue stream to what we're doing. But also, I just like the idea of unsexy, annoying businesses because no one else wants to do them, which means you can make good money doing them. But there are nuances to that business. And this morning I actually discussed it with the boys on the Ground Up podcast. Another shameless plug. Go subscribe. Every week we talk about property, business, and all things property development. So check that out. Over here, we have our new breast. Look at that. Breast, matching that breast in there. So this room's nearly up and running now. We've used it a couple times for little meetings and that, but we just need our boardroom table to come, door on properly, some other bits and bobs, and then that is finished. So anyway, that's the maintenance stuff. Stay tuned, we'll see how it goes. We're gonna do it slowly and gradually. We're not gonna go crazy with it, but Sonny, come over here, because we've got another special guest here. Sean. I touched you really softly on the shoulder, it felt a bit too intimate. Good to see you, Sean. So Sean's here. Sean is podcast producer for Ground Up Podcast, shameless plug. Make sure you go subscribe. And he's now editing like a show reel kind of thing. The Ground Up Podcast. Every week we talk about all things property and business. Between us, we have £250 million in the development pipeline. And what we're going to do is start running organic ads. And I know that sounds contradictory. Organic ads, well, there's nothing really organic about organic ads, but it is an organic ad. We're going to run it almost as like a promotional ad in the socials to just boost more and more engagement into the podcast to get more subscribers. We're at I think we get about 500 solid viewers a week between the Spotify and the YouTube, which is great. And we now want to start treating it more like a marketing exercise rather than just getting the content out there. We now want to really start pushing it into the new year. So me and Sean are working through an edit, taking clips and bits and bobs and sound bites and putting it into a really nice condensed 30 to 60 second piece that we can then promote through the socials. And that should drive more organic traffic to the podcast. We are going through planning on at the moment. You've actually seen this one before in another vlog. And we're doing a bat survey. We're meeting our bat friend, Batman, but he's a sound guy, so come with. Hello, mate. Here for the bat survey? It's a shithole inside, mate. I will not, just to warn you.
That's what I get paid for.
But honestly, this one is ripped out.
Well,
So yeah, the whole thing's stripped out downstairs. Guess you don't care about downstairs, just upstairs, is it?
just upstairs, yeah.
Sweet. So yeah, this is why you can see it's stripped out already.
Yeah.
So when they said to me, you need a bat survey done, I'm like, I can see there's no bats. But let me know what you need to look at, mate. Yeah, the structure's all fine. You'll be all right walking around. Just be careful of any nails and stuff.
So that's the way I want it to be. Right. So the roof over there has got pale underfelt, yeah?
Yeah,
I'm going to call that breathable membrane.
yeah.
'Cause it looks like breathable.
Does look like that. Absolutely.
And bats don't go anywhere near it because they get stuck to it.
Yeah.
Where's the dormers going in the front?
I don't think they're going that side. I think they're going behind this one here.
Right.
So up there and then to the rear side.
Right. In that case, we're good.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Bat survey done. Might be a step there, mate.
Right. See what I need to see here. It's like there's an absence of common sense in my trade.
Oh, mate, we had one done at another property and they had to come back and do the whole May and June surveys. It was just a ball ache.
Well, that roof's about as old as that. I'd say it's been up 40 years. Kinko. So it's the dormers in the next, lower section.
I think it's this section here.
Or this section.
There, going out that side, yeah.
Oh, into the middle.
I think so, yeah.
I'll get a copy of the
Yeah, nice.
details.
It's definitely one of those two, though. This one here, I don't think we're doing anything with. This
Yeah.
is just staying as is. Block it off.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll reinstate the ceiling and then that just stays as a void.
Yeah. No, Graham.
And so the thing you look for then is the type of... So if this property didn't have any felt lining,
If it was clear to the underside of the tiles, then there's not really a cavity for them to dwell in. There is between the timbers and the slates,
yeah.
but otherwise not really.
So is that good news if you don't have any felt on it, or bad news?
I can talk away if there's no felt on it.
Is it?
Yeah. If you've got anything I can't visually inspect, it's a problem.
Is it?
Yeah. But we've got enough pictures to...
So if this was if this loft was here, the ceiling was here and everything.
Well, you'd have inspection hatches, wouldn't you? There was one there.
Oh, okay, so if you got up in there and you could see there's nothing, same sort of thing.
I'd have to fetch someone smaller than me, though. I'd never fit through that.
That's fucking true, isn't it? That's tiny.
I've seen things you can barely fit a head in
Mad, isn't it?
in country houses.
What's the point? Doesn't make any
You used
sense.
to send 6-year-olds up there to do the job.
That's a good point.
It's all down to when.
So you're saying if you see modern felt,
If I see
modern...
that breathable felt,
Yeah.
it's well documented that bats get trapped in modern felt, so they're not going to volunteer to be next to something they're going to get trapped against.
Yeah.
And then on this side, I was sort of hoping that the dormers would be that way,
Yeah.
because there's a street light out the front.
Yeah.
Here's a little bit modern. If it was one of those old yellow sodium things, because they just emit light in every direction,
Yeah, yeah.
it would be a bit better, but it's not. But we'll use it.
Cool.
So bats won't approach lights,
Yeah.
and lights here will be on all day long,
Yeah, yeah.
all night long.
All night long, yeah.
It's not like in the countryside where they go off at midnight and come on at 6.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's your mate. So
that's the argument I'm making.
what would be bad? What would look bad if you came here? Just for my future reference.
If you've got bats in the roof and they're showing themselves, you'll get droppings like mouse droppings.
Okay.
They crumble upon touch. They just disappear into dust.
What about visually?
And winters, sorry?
What about like visually, like structurally, like what kind of membrane or something would be on the roof that'd make you go, oh, that could be a problem?
If you had a roof structure like big flat Sanson roofing tiles, Yorkshire stone, you get anything under there. If you've got hips in the roof, you've obviously got crevices to get under.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of things, really.
So when it's exposed like this, that's the best thing for you, is it? Because you can just see it all.
It makes my life easy, yeah.
Yeah.
But I've got a lad who would go through a loft action, take a lot of pictures, and I just assist them.
Fair. Right, so what we're doing now is drinking a cup of mocha, and we're about to do our demo call, or second demo call, with JobLogic, which is the software for the maintenance business, so for the maintenance ops. And we're just vetting it one more time on the UI and UX, make sure we're happy with that, happy with the usability of it, and then press go, essentially. Get it up and running, get it integrated, and then start to see how it works on our own jobs. And then within a month, start marketing out to external clients. So join us. Hello.
Hiya. Is it just the two of you joining?
There's three of us here, but yeah, we can all see. Now it's just moving away from WhatsApps and emails and trying to actually use the software that will integrate with the back end of existing softwares we have, but also to manage the lads whilst they're on the road, be able to scale out that maintenance team with more operatives, but to keep a keen eye on what's actually happening rather than Excel sheets and Zoom calls and stuff like that.
What do you mean by compliance? Like gas safeties and electric?
Gas, electric.
Yeah, all
water.
outsourced, yeah.
That puts us in good stead on the software side of things. Really good software. So we're opting in to use this JobLogic software. Instead, a friend of mine, Jamie, is looking at using a thing called Simpro, and there's some other ones on the market, but JobLogic seems the best one to use. The functionalities are insane. It's going to massively improve just our operations currently, working on the maintenance stuff with like just automated quotations and billing and categorization of the jobs and putting those into like Gantt charts and other things that you can look at. You can extrapolate a lot of data as well for financial reasons, for operational reasons, bottlenecks. It should have an open-ended API with our management software as well, so that straps in, so we're not having to double entry stuff, which was one of our concerns for managing our own portfolio and our clients. For all the external work, it's good. Risk assessments and things like that are all built in when they get to site, and signature stuff with the clients and loads of stuff, everything we need, and a lot of automation, which is nice to see, because there's some old softwares we've used before and there's just no automation. So we've had to change systems, which we've had to do in the lettings business already, to using Alto, which is a much more sophisticated software, uses AI and other things, and this one seems to be the same. So in principle, very happy with it. So we're going to move ahead with that. Yes, so there's an onboarding process and training days to be done to gen up admin on how to use the software, and then gen up the operatives on how to use the app. The app seems to be a lot more forgiving, quite simple to use. So we may have to push into next year before we actually outbound to clients, just because that training period is quite a long period, because they have it's like a 3-4 week process to actually get on a call with them. So probably looking at end of Jan, I reckon, where we'll launch this out to the wider market. We could probably do some more with warm connections, do some stuff before then, but we really want to get the systems, get the foundations laid out nice and ready, plug and play, so that when we are offering that out to clients, we're not at risk of reputational damage from not being able to do a job smoothly just because we didn't have the systems ready. So yes, we will see, but all good news, and strengthening the business more and more, just creating that robustness around our service offering and ultimately managing properties. It's all about building portfolios, managing that portfolios for the long term, and having that end-to-end control to manage risk for ourselves and our clients. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Could you let me know in the comments if you like the new format of the vlogs, where we're trying to keep it themed to a specific context, so it's that bit more useful and educational as one piece rather than like a choppy and changey vlog throughout the week. But we can also go back to the old version as well if people like that more. So let me know in the comments or drop me an Instagram DM. Peace and love, subscribe, see you in the next one.